So hello everybody, welcome along to another video. This is TORA LMP3 Cup Championship from circuit Spa Francorchamps. We've got 10 minutes of qualifying and a 40-minute and a 20-minute race to enjoy. So hopefully you've tuned in to my other two videos, rounds 1 and 2 from Donington and rounds 3 and 4 from Brands Hatch GP. So this is Spa GP. As you can see here, we're going up Eau Rouge. Really fun cars these around here. Really nice to drive. And you can see up ahead we've got THR Wildwind 7. It's going a little bit slowly out of the pits, but I back out of this and just let him get a bit of a gap ahead of me. But nevertheless, yeah, we were going into this really quite confident. Running a little bit wide there, just taking my time. But yeah, really happy with the setup of the car. Did some real massive tuning the night before. I was stuck in sort of mid-12s and couldn't really go any quicker, and then all of a sudden unlocked the tuning potential. If you look in the rear view mirror there quickly, the Touring nearly ran into the back of me because I was squaring off the corner to get a good run. But yeah, they unlocked the tune and managed to find some absolute ridiculous amounts of pace really. So here we go. Through the source and on the curving on the exit, so wasn't the best run down here, which is going to cost me all the way down to the Le Comte chicane at the top of the hill. So up through Eau Rouge, really easily flat, just keep within the track bounds and just be really delicate on this, really was a crucial part, and just keep as little scrubbing the speed off, basically as little steering input as possible to keep from scrubbing speed off, sorry. So yeah, into Le Comte here, braking really late, hit both the apexes, don't run out too wide for the next right-hander, don't get out on the curbing very much because that will slow you down and halt your progress. So you can see I'm already catching Wildwind in front of me. Down into second gear through, I believe it's Rivage, then into No Name Corner. This one was tricky because on the way in, if you got any wheel on the outside curb, you'd lose the rear end, so that was a bit of a dodgy one. Into Pouon, flick it down one gear, pin the throttle again as early as you possibly can. Don't run out too wide because you're gonna shorten the line through the corner. And then here, spot your braking point under the bridge, nail it down to third gear, hit the brakes hard, let it roll, dabble of power, off the power again, back on the power again. Don't run out too wide. Now into Paul Frere, I think this one is, very bottom end of the circuit. And run a little bit wider on that one. Won't slow you down too much. Again, through this corner here, don't scrub off the speed. Now here had the toe, so it wasn't been the best lap so far. Real bit of a struggling compared to my practice. Now in the toe, just slipstreaming up to the back of him, and you can see how much faster my car is in a straight line. So I actually end up going to the inside and making the move. So on my faster lap, you'll see that I didn't have to obviously account for going up the inside. Clipped the curb a bit too hard, not too bad though, and get a good exit, squaring the car off, get the power down early. And this is actually going to be a 2-minute 11.5. No, it isn't, an 11.9, sorry. 11.5 is what I do on my fastest time to take the pole. But here, you see I turn in a bit early. I end up hitting the inside wall. So, went back to the pits, got the damage repaired, came back out, did an out lap, and then, as you can see, there's already only 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So, at this point I'm thinking, right, I can get 2 laps in here, so we'll go for 2. So I squared off the corner again, have the run across the line. Now my other teammate Weathers was in the other lobby, so I didn't know what he was doing, but I knew he was capable of getting 11s. I believe the 10 was on the cards though because of the 11.0 that I got in practice. So I thought I could have maybe pushed for a lot. And as you can see, I'm up already and gathering momentum down the old international pits. And through Eau Rouge here, I just tune in too early, get all over the curve, out wide, and look how much time it costs me. So even though I actually ran a little bit off the track, you can see I've lost a tenth already, and I think it's going to be more like 2.5, 3 tenths by the end of the straight because of that line through. I just knackered the line up basically. Went through here, I'm a bit more committed now because I thought, right, I've got nothing to lose now, I've already ruined the lap, so let's just try and push on and get a good run, knowing full well that I'd have to make that pass on Wildwind into the chicane on the other flying lap. So, like I said, didn't know what Weathers or Burnout or any of the other other faster guys were doing in the other lobby. So I was confident to try and get higher up, because you never know where you're going to end up. So that would have actually been enough for pole, I believe, though, already, because I think Webber's had an issue on his lap. I'm not sure whether Burnout or Rapids had any issues, but they only managed, I think 12.3 was the fastest, I think, from Burnout. So it would have actually been pole already, but you can see I'm 2/10 up now. I've actually had a better run through the long middle lap part of the lap, which is nearly a minute long at the middle sector at Spa. So nearly 3/10 up, coming across into down there. You see a dip a wheel on the gravel. So through Paul Frere, got out wide, ran onto the gravel a bit, and then now actually I've lost a tenth. So I was 3/10 up, now I'm only 2, and I'm losing time all the way down here because on the previous fastest lap I was in the toe. So I'm only just above a tenth up going into the final chicane. So I had a better run through Blanchimont, not even a tenth up now, and this is where I gained my time. Didn't have to pass a car, get the line better through, square the corner off as early as you can, get the power down, don't run out too wide on the curbing, off second, straight away. So it ends up being a 2-minute 11.543, which was the pole lap. So here now I'm thinking, right, that's a decent lap, let's really push on and see how much I can get now. There's another 2/10, 1.5 tenths, say, by the time I've got on the exit. Now it's down to a tenth, so not the best. Now let's see how much I gain through Eau Rouge. Absolutely flat, and there you go. That's how much I lost on my fastest lap. So I'm half a second, nearly 6/10 up. You're going to be 7/10 up before the braking zone. No, spot the braking zone, which is the curbing. Down the gears, nearly 7/10 up. I'm 8/10 up now through Le Com, and then I just hit this curb, and it ruined my line and put me off into the gravel. And as you can see, the clock's already ran down. So that was that. So you can see there, pole position for me, Chris second and Shard third in this particular session, which actually I think it was me from Burnout, from Webber's. I think it may have been maybe Rapids, then Chris and Shard, I think, for the race 1 qualifying. So pretty decent. Now here you see this is the formation lap. Now that is Burnout going ahead because for some reason his car must have had a glitch, and he had no rear wing. He had loads of damage on his suspension and all sorts, so he had to go ahead and pit. We did 2 formation laps, and this is then the start. Now, did you see what happened a minute ago? I put it into lean mode. Yeah, I didn't take it out of lean mode for the start because we did 2 formation laps, and I thought, oh, I'll save some fuel. And then forgot to take it out of lean mode, put it in rich. So yeah, here we go. So you can see the cars behind do get a run on me. Burnout goes down the outside, and if you look in the mirror, he'll reappear now. So I've got a good clear run. I'm thinking, all right, cool. Here we go. I'm half second clear at this point here. Got a decent gap, but don't realise I'm in lean mode. So then we're coming down to Eau Rouge, and Webbs is already on the back on me. So I'm thinking, Jesus, that toe's good. So I'm wondering here, right, Webbs is going to have me here. And then Burnout all of a sudden pops out. I don't see him. I'm too busy watching Webbers, so I'm like, oh god, I need to let him have some room. And then Burnout's there. Bit of contact with Burnout, and that's him on the grass. Didn't realise he. Apologised straight away. Didn't even know he was there because, like I said, Webbers was coming like an absolute train, and I was in lean mode, sorry. So I didn't have any power at all. Otherwise, I would have been probably able to defend into Le Com. Webbers runs a little bit wide there, so I think, oh, I don't really notice it, and then I get dive bombed here by Alex Reed. Absolutely dive bombed into Rivage, but yeah, kept it on, kept the position. Now here I'm thinking, oh, line up Webbers, but the car just didn't fancy turning. To be honest, it just pushed on, and then that gave Alex Reed the run on me, so he actually took P2 off me. So I'm still comfortably in P3. Bit of a gap to Chris, Torin and Shard behind, especially to Torin and Shard. I think they had a few little issues at Le Com on the opening lap. So Chris is half second back, so basically got a rear gunner there. Teammate Webbers is in the lead. Bearing in mind Shard and Chris are my other teammates, but just in the other team for team momentum. And then here I'm thinking, bloody hell, they're pulling away so fucking fast. Yo, here we go. Back up with the rich, and that'll be why. So I was fuming at this point. I was thinking, Jesus, what an idiot! I'd just given away the lead, and you know, I was in bloody lean mode. so ever likely I was losing so much time. But yeah, it was bad that I contacted me and burnout, but there was not really a gap there. When I actually went and watched it again myself, I was a bit like, well, I had already moved across, but I think I wouldn't say it was a late move because I was too busy watching. I was just getting swallowed up, so I didn't know what was going on. I saw Webbers trying to give him room, and when I tried to give him room and move to the left, as you can see here, I'm going down the outside of Alex Reid. Had a quick glance to the right, but couldn't get the run. He gives me no room, so run out wide, but I've got the run on him, so I'll just stick behind him here and go for the move into Lacombe, so you'll leave me back out of it here to then get the run through Eau Rouge and up over the hill. But yeah, going back to the first incident with touring, it was like here, like it was just on this bit here. Because I moved to the left, it put him on the grass. Now I did feel a tap, but I didn't think it was all too bad then. But then I think he actually got collected by someone else, so it wasn't the best. But yeah, Alex nearly runs into the back of me, just because he's so much later on the brakes in that Ginetta. We're in the Ligier, so I don't know whether the brakes are better or what, but yeah, he's just all over me at this point after passing him, and he has another loop there, but there's not really any gap to get through, and then luckily managed to drop back a little bit, and I think he actually ended up crashing, maybe, I'm not sure, but he left the race for some reason late on, but he disappeared in a minute. Like I managed to pull a bit of a gap. We've got a solid gap to Chris and Torin, so the only one to worry about really is Webbers ahead now, once I start pulling away from Alex Reid. So as you can see later on the lap, Alex is nearly a second back into the braking zone. I'm all over the back of Webbers, knowing, right, he's my teammate, let's not do anything stupid. But I have such a good run, and it's so early in the race at this point. And there's people, you know, they're not that far back, 2.5 seconds, 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds back to the third, fourth, and fifth. So yeah, I was thinking, right, I can have a run at Webbers here. So again, just kept it pinned here. Instead of backing out of it a little bit like I did with Alex, I kept it flat out, flat through Eau Rouge. He has a little bit of understeer in the middle, so that even gives me the run again. So I think I give him a little flash of the lights. Yeah, there we go. Just to say, yeah, I've got a run on you, and then I end up retaking the lead. I'm pretty sure, do I move back to the racing line? No, I didn't, so just stayed on the inside. He slots in behind me, and that's back up to P1. Then we just concentrated on plugging away me and Webbers, just like Mercedes-esque as a team, just pulling away. I think Matt Jensen 09 turned around and said it was Mercedes' dominant performance, which it ended up being, yeah, because I don't know what it was, but we had the tune hooked up. I did share my tune with the other lads. Chris and Shaw definitely didn't have as much time to practice as me and Webbers did, but here Webbers has a little run on me and actually goes to retake the lead, and I was going to give him the room. I was going to, you know, brake it at my normal point, but he then backed out of it and said, your corner, so I'm pretty sure I say, yeah, cool, no worries, and we carry on his way. At this point we're 6 seconds clear, so, and then, you know, we've skipped half an hour down the road there now, 10 minutes left. I dive in the pits, and we'd already arranged on the radio that, there you go, Alex Reid's just left the session there with 10 minutes to go, so not sure what happened there, but me and Webbers had already confirmed who was going to pit when on what lap, so over team chatter, so I pitted, and I think I rejoined in some nice clear air with Shard up to third now as other teammates, so going great guns. I think it was then Touring, Chris, and then Burnout had recovered up to sixth, so decent recovery from Burnout. And then I think, yeah, we flick 2, now 8 minutes to go into the braking zone at the bus stop, get that nailed, get it slowed down, I'll have a little bit of a twitch because the tyres are wearing out a little bit. So across the start finish line, you can see Webbers in the pits, top left and top right on the minimap, and as you see there, fastest sector so far, even with that twitch, so I was pushing hard to make sure I got out ahead of him, and there you go, he's on the right of me there.
Kept me there for 5
you can see the rear view mirror now, he rejoins behind me, pretty much the same gap
longer than I should have been,
as we were when we went in, so yeah, easy enough. And then it was basically me and Webbers decided, I had a word with him and said, do you want to push and go for the win, because if you do I'll defend it. And he basically said, no, just follow you to the flag, so I will have to replay the favour at some point in the season, but Here you go, it's a bit of swerving, bit of light flashing, and me and Webbers cross the line together. Formation flying, absolutely mint. Loved it, absolutely sick job. And Shard actually comes home in third after pipping Touring, so he was actually a TM 123. Chris struggling a little bit at the end of the race and ended up coming home P6, so not the end of the world. So yeah, good results all round for us really. So we're going into race 2 here from the results of race 1. So it's me from Webbers from Shard, and again I put it into lean mode. Don't ask why, I just did. I forgot to take it out again. So you will see here again, you've got to watch the man, the myth, the legend that is VSR Touring in the red and blue car there on the left hand side of my top mirror. Watch the start he gets. Now coming up to the line, and we go green, and there goes Touring. He's got an absolute charging jump. Burnout goes down the inside of Shard. Shard nearly collects the rear of me, but Touring gets a mint start. Look in the mirror. Oh, there's a touch from Burnout onto Webbers.
An accident.
And them two came together and clashed. I'm pretty sure Chris and Shard had a coming together. And then here you will see Touring's ahead because of the run he had down the hill around the outside. Great move from him. He passed 3 cars there, but unfortunately there was a safety car called. Like here, I'm in lean mode, so I'm not getting the draft. I'm thinking, what's going on? As soon as I flick it up into rich, I nearly had a run on it. So had I been in rich mode, he may have not got past so easily to begin with, and had I been in rich, I definitely would have had the toe on him. Like the draft up, and here you can see flashing the lights to let everyone know to slow down. But yeah, so Flex had a massive accident on the run down to Eau Rouge. He got put into the wall with a bit of contact, and then Burnout collected him after having the contact with Webbers. So he sat stationary with a red flag whilst he fixed his damage. So he only had 11 minutes to go. And on the safety car restart, Touring goes now. So I've got a run on him already because my car was insane in a straight line. I don't know whether Touring might have been. I think he did say he was in lean mode himself there because of how long we were sat waiting. So that's why I had such an almighty run on him. Shard nearly runs into the back of me there because he was a bit overzealous, and you hear me on the team chat there just saying there's plenty of time yet, mate. Just steady on, because I thought, oh my god, that could have been curtains. But anyway, yeah, Chris up to 4th as well now, so Shard and Chris both going great guns. Rapids in 5th, and I think it was Alex Reed in 6th, so he was basically a TM 2, 3 and 4. But Webbers at this point, after the contact with Burnout at La Source on lap 1, he started down in 9th, I think. And you hear me there saying about the cold tyres, trying to get a run on Touring. I ended up losing a lot of time actually. But yeah, so like I was saying, Webbers was down in 9th, and you'll see he makes a great recovery from 9th place because the car for me and him was just incredible. He was so fast in the straight line, and I think one thing that did hamper his progress was, I think he hit a bollard, and it gave him 3 damage. And you see Touring got a bit deep there, and gave me a run. He has a big twitch middle of the com, that puts him wide on the exit, which gave me a run down into Rivage. And I actually go to the inside, but he's very gentlemanly-like and gives me completely the racing line. He completely moved off the line, really, for me. So that was pretty nice of him. And then, so yeah, we got 5 minutes 42, and I'm thinking, right, I'm going to end up battling with him to the end, because his car was mega through Sector 2. Through this part here, from P1 onwards, he was rapid. So here you can see he's quite far back. He's not within passing distance. I'm swerving to break the toe, and up ahead you can see someone donutting. I believe it was Alex Reed. I thought he was going to rejoin in front of me, and Touring dive bombs to the inside, which he's perfectly entitled to do. But I was so focused on that car ahead,
too busy watching that.
I just didn't see him coming. Otherwise, I would have been able to defend it or cover it, or brake at my normal place, because I braked really early. So as you hear the engineer says 2 minutes to go. Touring goes a little bit wide in Eau Rouge. That gives me the run down the com. I'm thinking, right, there is going to be another lap after this, because when we were going into Eau Rouge, it was 2 minutes to go, and it's 2 minutes and what, 10 a lap? 2 minutes and 12 a lap, sorry. So yeah, tried it around the outside and nearly a bit of contact, but not necessary really. I was already in second. Weber's, as you can see, back up to 4th, Shard 5th, so decent outing for TM. Here we've got another run on touring, piling the pressure on, and we are going to cross the line before the 20-second timer ends, basically. So he goes wide, I get a run through. Oh, touring's gone. He's lit the rears. There we go. Up past touring because of a spin. He lit the rears up. And there you go, you hear me say 2 seconds. Cross the line with 2 seconds to go. That meant everyone had to do one more lap. So yeah, managed to hold on to that. Weber's actually nearly got touring, but Chris definitely did. Chris got up into P2 after a mega drive, and you'll see Chris behind flashing the lights in a second. I think Chris, because he was pretty over the moon with second. Touring came home in 3rd. Bad luck for him. Weber's great recovery back up to 4th. I think Shard had a few little issues here and there with clipping bollards and whatnot, but a few celebratory donuts is in order after doing the first double of the LMP3 Cup Championship. Absolutely over the moon. Mega car and track combo, that, because it's just got enough power to enjoy it, but it's got plenty of grip to enjoy it as well. So really top job by all the TM drivers, and yeah, I'm just stoked to take the lead in the championship, extend the lead in the teams championship as well. So me and Weber's looking handy in the championship. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.